Motif, Key Ideas from Best Nonfiction. Atomic Habits by James Clear. What if you could transform your life without relying on motivation or willpower? In Atomic Habits, James Clear reveals a groundbreaking approach to personal change that focuses on tiny adjustments rather than dramatic overhauls. This book has helped millions of people worldwide build better habits and break destructive ones through a simple, science-based framework. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the 4 laws of behavior change, understand why small habits lead to remarkable results, and learn practical strategies for implementing lasting change in your life. Whether you're trying to exercise more, eat better, read regularly, or achieve any other personal goal, these insights will provide you with a clear roadmap for success. Insight 1. Understanding the building blocks of habits, a life-changing framework. Have you ever wondered why some people consistently achieve their goals while others struggle to make lasting changes? The answer lies in understanding habits, those automatic behaviors that shape our daily lives. Let's start with a simple truth. Habits are actions we perform without conscious thought. Think about your morning routine. Do you actively think about each step when brushing your teeth? Probably not. These automatic behaviors are the invisible architects of our lives, quietly building our future one small action at a time. The power of habits becomes clear when we look at their long-term impact. Consider 2 different scenarios. Spending $5 a day on coffee versus saving that same amount. At first glance, $5 seems insignificant. However, over 20 years, one habit leads to significant savings, while the other adds up to thousands in expenses. This same principle applies to health habits, career choices, and personal development. What makes James Clear's approach unique is his focus on systems rather than goals. When people struggle to change their habits, it's rarely because of personal failure. Instead, the problem often lies in their approach. Our brains are naturally wired to seek immediate rewards and avoid difficult tasks. This isn't a flaw, it's simply how we're designed. The good news is that once we understand this framework, we can work with our brain's natural tendencies rather than against them. Through this book, you'll discover practical strategies to make time for new habits, overcome motivation obstacles, and design your environment for success. Significant life changes don't require dramatic transformations. They start with small, consistent actions that compound over time. By understanding these fundamental concepts about habits, you're taking the first step toward meaningful, lasting change in your life. What makes this approach particularly powerful is its versatility. Whether you're aiming to improve your health, advance your career, or develop new skills, the same principles apply. It's about creating a system that makes good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Think of this framework as your personal blueprint for change. In the following sections, we'll explore exactly how to implement these ideas in your daily life, making positive changes not just possible, but natural and sustainable. Insight 2. The foundation of habits, small changes, massive results. Think about how professional athletes maintain their incredible results. It's not about making dramatic changes. Instead, they focus on tiny improvements every day. This principle of small changes leading to remarkable results is at the heart of habit formation. Let's explore a fascinating example from the world of aviation. When a pilot sets their course, even a slight adjustment of 1 degree can dramatically change the final destination. Similarly, our daily habits, no matter how small, can significantly alter the trajectory of our lives. Think about compound interest, but for personal development. A 1% improvement each day might seem insignificant, but over a year, these small gains compound into a 37% increase in performance. Conversely, a 1% decline each day can lead to a dramatic decrease in results over the same period. Now, let's understand how habits actually form in your brain. Every habit follows a 4-step pattern: cue, craving, response, and reward. Imagine your morning coffee routine. The cue might be waking up feeling groggy. This triggers a craving for alertness. Your response is making and drinking coffee, and the reward is feeling more awake and focused. This pattern repeats until it becomes automatic. Understanding this habit loop gives you tremendous power. For instance, a professional musician doesn't think about where to place their fingers anymore. It's automatic. This same principle applies to any skill or behavior you want to develop. Whether you're learning a new language or adopting a fitness routine, the process remains the same. Here's what makes this knowledge particularly valuable. Once you understand how habits form, you can intentionally design them. Instead of letting habits happen to you, you become the architect of your own behavior patterns. This isn't about using willpower or motivation. It's about understanding and working with your brain's natural tendencies. Consider how this applies to your daily life. Each time you check your phone, hit the snooze button, or choose what to eat for lunch, you're acting out a habit loop. By understanding these patterns, you can begin to modify them to better serve your goals. The key insight here is that sustainable change doesn't come from setting ambitious goals or making dramatic transformations. It comes from understanding the small choices we make every day and gradually adjusting them in the right direction. Remember, time magnifies the margin between success and failure. The small improvements or declines you make today might not seem significant, but they can lead to dramatically different outcomes in the future. Let's move forward with this understanding and explore specific strategies for designing better habits in your life. The foundation is laid. Now it's time to build upon it. Insight 3. The 4 laws of habit formation. Let's explore the 4 powerful laws that can transform any behavior into a lasting habit. Think of these laws as a recipe for behavioral change. When combined correctly, they create a formula for success. The first law is make it obvious. Our environment shapes our behavior more than we realize. A creative writing teacher in Seattle boosted her productivity by setting up a dedicated writing space in her home. She placed her laptop, favorite tea mug, and notebook in plain sight every evening. This simple change doubled her writing output. You can apply this principle to any habit. Want to read more? Place books on your nightstand? Need to exercise? Set out your workout clothes the night before. The second law is make it attractive. Our brains naturally gravitate toward pleasure and reward. A software developer in Austin found an ingenious way to make coding practice more appealing. He combined it with his love for music by creating a rule. He could only listen to his favorite albums while coding. Soon, he looked forward to his practice sessions. This technique, called temptation bundling, pairs something you need to do with something you want to do. The third law is make it easy. The path of least resistance often becomes our default behavior. One busy mom discovered this when she was trying to eat healthier. Instead of attempting a complete diet overhaul, she simply pre-cut vegetables every Sunday and placed them at eye level in clear containers in her fridge. When hunger struck, the easiest option became the healthiest one. Remember, reduce friction for good habits and increase it for bad ones. The fourth law is make it satisfying. We're more likely to repeat behaviors that give us immediate satisfaction. A college student struggling with procrastination created a simple but effective reward system. For every hour of focused study, she added $5 to her weekend fun fund. This immediate reward helped bridge the gap between her current actions and their long-term benefits. These laws work together synergistically. Consider how a photography enthusiast applied all 4 laws to develop a daily practice habit. She made it obvious by creating a dedicated photo corner in her home. She made it attractive by joining an online community of photographers who shared daily shots. She made it easy by keeping her camera charged and ready. Finally, she made it satisfying by sharing 1 photo each day on social media and watching the likes and comments roll in. The beauty of these laws lies in their flexibility. You can apply them to any habit you want to build or break. Want to stop mindless social media scrolling? Make it invisible by removing apps from your phone. Make it unattractive by reading about the negative effects of excessive screen time. Make it difficult by using app blockers. Make the alternative more satisfying by keeping an engaging book nearby. These laws aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools waiting to be used. Start with 1 law and 1 small habit. As you experience success, gradually expand your approach. The key is consistency rather than perfection. By mastering these 4 laws, you're not just changing habits, you're redesigning your life. Let's move on to explore how to implement these laws through practical tracking and accountability systems. Insight 4. Making it real. Tracking, accountability, and taking action. Understanding principles is one thing, but putting them into practice is where real transformation happens. let's explore proven strategies that successful habit builders use to turn their intentions into consistent actions. Think of habit tracking as your personal success diary. A marketing professional in Chicago transformed her writing career by using a simple wall calendar. Each day she wrote for 30 minutes. She marked an X on that date. Soon she didn't want to break her streak of X's. This visual progress tracker became a powerful motivator. Visual tracking works because our brains respond strongly to what we can see. Did you know that nearly 90% of the information our brains process comes through our eyes? That's why seeing your progress can be more motivating than just thinking about it. You might start with a simple notebook or digital app. The key is consistency in recording your actions. Now, let's talk about accountability partnerships. A fitness enthusiast in Denver struggled with morning workouts until she found a running buddy. They agreed to meet at 6 in the morning, 3 times a week. Missing a session meant letting down her partner, which proved to be a stronger motivator than any solo commitment. But what if you want to take accountability to the next level? Consider creating a habit contract. A high school teacher made remarkable progress in learning Spanish by creating a contract with his students. He promised to donate $20 to a cause he disliked if he missed a day of practice. His students eagerly monitored his progress, and their involvement kept him consistent. Here's a powerful technique for getting started: the 2-minute rule. Instead of committing to read for an hour, commit to reading 1 page. Rather than planning a full workout, commit to putting on your exercise clothes. These tiny actions serve as gateway habits that often lead to completing the full activity. You can also use habit stacking to build new behaviors. A remote worker successfully built a meditation practice by linking it to her existing coffee routine. She decided that after pouring her morning coffee, she would sit for 2 minutes of meditation while it cooled. This simple connection helped her maintain a consistent practice for over 6 months. Remember to celebrate small wins along the way. A language learner created a simple reward system. After each week of consistent practice, he watched an episode of his favorite show in that language. These immediate rewards help bridge the gap between current actions and long-term goals. The key to successful implementation is starting small but staying consistent. Don't try to transform everything at once. Pick one habit, use these tracking and accountability tools, and focus on making it stick. Once that habit becomes automatic, you can add another. Your journey toward better habits is exactly that, a journey. There will be setbacks and challenges, but with these practical tools and strategies, you're well equipped to handle them. Remember, every expert started as a beginner, and every lasting habit began with a single action. Let's put these ideas into practice. Choose one habit you want to build, select a tracking method that appeals to you, and if possible, find an accountability partner. Your future self will thank you for starting today. Conclusion. The power of atomic habits lies in their simplicity and effectiveness. Through James Clear's framework, we've learned that remarkable changes don't require remarkable actions. They come from the compound effect of small, smart choices made consistently over time. The 4 laws of habit formation, combined with proper tracking and accountability, create a systematic approach to behavioral change that anyone can implement. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. By focusing on building better habits rather than setting bigger goals, you're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you become. Your new habits might feel small now, but they are the foundation of lasting transformation. The question isn't whether these methods work, it's whether you're ready to apply them to create the life you want. You've just listened to the key insights from Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones, by James Clear. If you found this summary helpful, don't miss our breakdown of Rich Dad, Poor Dad: What the Rich Teach Their Children About Money, by Robert T. Kiyosaki. A transformative guide to financial independence and wealth building. For more insightful summaries of the best nonfiction books, be sure to subscribe to the Motif channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new summary.